This sixth tutorial will cover how to do your drawings. We're going to come up here to New, and we still want this to be English, and we're going to do an ANSI images drawing. So we're going to select this and hit Create. First thing we need to do is put down a base view. So we're going to do that. You have to pick what you want to put in there. Sometimes it'll already select something. We'll click on the folder, and I want my wheel mount assembly. So I'm going to open that up. Kind of gives you a preview. Your first view is going to be the isometric, and a lot of times if you did it from the perspective you want, it's going to be the top right view. I'm going to make sure that I select this one. This is the shaded version. This is hidden lines removed. So my first one, I want the shaded version. I'm going to come over here and just place it where I want it. These are 90-degree projections from that isometric view, and I don't want those. So I'm going to hit the right click and hit OK. So this is my isometric view. I can take this now and kind of move this around wherever I need to. The next thing we're going to do on this first sheet is we're going to come up here to Annotate, and we are going to make a parts list. So I select Parts List, and it's asking me what view. So I'm going to select this. This is the view that I'm going to create my parts list from. So I just select this and hit OK. This arrow changes from red to white, and it gives me a box. I can put this box. I'm going to left click to place this wherever I want to. And right there is your parts list. It's that simple. When I zoom into here, it shows me I've got 2 of my side plates. It's got 2 of my top plates, 1 steering plate, 1 bracket, 3, 1 bracket 1, and 1 bracket 2. Mine goes 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. My third part, I actually made 2 side plates. I did 1 for the tutorial and 1 for practice. So that's why I'm missing part number 3. So we're going to double click this. And there's nothing in this description column, so we can get rid of this. So we'll come over here to Column Chooser, and we'll take the description, and then we're going to remove that from our properties. And you can see there's all sorts of properties you can add in here, depending upon what you're doing. Okay, so if I apply that, it gets rid of the description. And I'm going to go in here, I'm going to force these to be different numbers so it looks nice and even. So I'm just going to come over to here. I'll say this is 3, and it changes it to blue to tell me that I've changed the numbers from what it had. And this is going to be 6. And apply. So now my item numbers are nice and sequential. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label all these parts. Come up here to Balloon, and you don't even have to know what these parts are, but if you click on an edge that makes it red, left click to select the part, drag out here, left click to place the balloon, and then right click to continue, it knows that this is part 3, that's the steering plate. Left click when it's red, drag it out here, left click to place the balloon, right click to continue. It knows that that's number 4, that was bracket number 3. So you can go ahead and do the rest of these. Left click, right click and continue, that's a number 1. This is the top plate, so this one is easy to place and see that it's a number 2. But this one's a little bit harder, so I can come in here, left clicks to select it, and I can bend this line. I can left click here, bring this out here, left click, and I guess you could keep going whatever you needed to. That's really not a good line. I'll delete that later. Select this one, left click to place it, continue, and you can balloon and label all of your parts very quickly. I think this one is the last one that you need to do. Okay, so I'm going to hit escape to get out of the tool. I'm going to select this one, right click, and delete it because it's so sloppy. So I can come back here to the balloon tool, left click, and that's much. I'll just hit escape now that I guess I have to hit continue for it to place. Continue so it places, and now I can escape out of the tool. So I have every single one of these parts labeled. This is going to be your first sheet. Come down here. I'm actually going to select the text tool, click in here, and just say that this is my wheel mount assembly. Each sheet should have a title of what it is. So this is the whole wheel mount assembly. It's already got the date and my name on it. You can click in any of these boxes as long as you're in the text tool and type in whatever you want to. And it already tells me that this is sheet 1 of 1. So I'm going to right click and get out of the text tool. So this is your first sheet. I'm going to come back here to the place views, and there's an option here for a new sheet. Brings back up a new sheet, and now I've already got my isometric view for all my parts. Now I'm going to come in one by one. I'm going to do the side plate, and now I want to place in the top right hand corner, you want to place an isometric view. Right click and say OK, this is the only one I want. I'm going to double click this. I forgot to say that I wanted the shaded view, so it turns out to shaded. I want to put another base view in here. Got to tell it that it's the side plate. And this time I'm going to cycle through here until I see which one I want. That's the face I want to see. And now I want the hidden line removed. So I'm going to select this. And when I drag down, it does a projection. So this is the bottom view. If I click over this way, it does the side view. So I'm going to come down here and do the bottom view. Right click and say create. So now I can move these, and since one is a projection of the other, these two images are linked. And now I'm going to come back over to annotate, and now I can do some fun things. I can grab this edge. Oops, I had to put the dimension tool. I can grab this edge, and it remembers the dimensions that we used on our drawing. So now I can add in the drawings for all these. If I grab this green dot, that's the midpoint of that line. So I'm just going to grab this and slide it over. So now I've got all my dimensions. This circle, I can just grab this and put the diameter dimension there. I can also come up here. I'm going to right click, get out of the dimension tool. This is the little center of my circle. So it kind of just gives a little target there for the center. That way I can escape out of that, because I need to know where the center of the circle is. So now I can dimension from the top of here to the center, where that is, and then from the side of here to the center, where that is. So now I've got all the dimensions, where the circle is located, the diameter of the circle, the size of this part, and the thickness of this part. So you're going to do this. I'm going to right click and get out of the dimension tool. So you're going to do this for every single part. I'm going to come down here and hit text, and in the title, this is my side plate. So I'm going to hit OK. So now I've got this side plate. Right click and get out of that. So come back over to place views. I'm going to do a new sheet. Comes over here and makes sheet number 3. Do a base projection. I already done the side plate. So now I'm going to do the top plate. And now I want the ISO up here in the top right hand corner. And once again, I forgot to change it to the shaded view. There's no problem to change that. come up here, I'll pick another base projection of my top plate. This time I want this to be the wire view. And that's the one I want right there. Select that, select a projection, and hit create. And now I can go ahead, move both of these, and now I'm going to have to add dimensions to these. So I come to the Annotate tab, click on Dimensions, and start putting them in. And you need to place these where these are going to be easy for someone to see. Ooh, you can even tell when this lines up parallel with the other one to make it look nicer. I'm going to put the center on my circle so I can use those marks to dimension it. I'm going to put the diameter of my circle up here, and then from the bottom to the center is 2 inches, and these are all the things we included in our drawing, so that's why a good drawing is important. And then from the side to the center is 1 inch. Right click, get out the dimension tool, use the text tool to put the title in here, that this is the top plate. Okay, and you're going to keep doing this for every single part. Okay, so the next thing, come here to place views, new sheet, and then just start over again, base view. I'm trying to think what's my next part. This big steering plate. Okay, I can't remember which one of the steering plates I used for the tutorial, so I'll just grab one of these, I'll grab this bracket. Put the ISO view up there. Right click and say OK. I forgot to change that to the shaded view so they can see what the part looks like. Put another base projection in there. And this time I want just a wire with no hidden edges. And see, now this one's kind of hard to see. So that's a good view there. And I can come out here to the side if I want to do one, or down here. And maybe I want to put both of those views. Once again, you're just trying to put what's going to be helpful in here. So I'm actually going to see if I can delete that view. I think it's going to delete. Okay, just that one. So this is kind of small. This is off to the side, so let me delete that one as well. So let me come in here and select this one. I'm going to change the scale and make this one bigger, so I can kind of. I'm going to put some of these dimensions in here. It's going to be hard to see. And then I also need this. If I double click on this, that's okay. I think I'm going to go 3 to 1. Okay. Okay, and now I want the projected view down here. So I can just say projected. Okay, and now 3 to 1. This was way too big. So hit create. And just come back in here and change it to 2 to 1. And that changes both of those. And so now I can move these. I can move these up. I can move this up. So once you've got them where you want them, and they're the right size, come back to annotate, and you can do all your dimensions. Okay, that's thin enough. It's going to put it right there, and it rounds to 2 decimal places. Between here is the same. Put that length. And you can even do the little radius of curvature.